No, you do. Ladies, oh my God.
There we go.
Yo, what up? This is Brushh. You're watching Brushh. This is a new show. This is Darling Savage. This is my man right here.
This is Akeem Duncan, Akeem K Duncan, Curator of Quiet Lunch. You're watching Brushh. Enjoy your brush with life. Who is it? Who it is? Hey, what's good, guys? This is Akeem K Duncan, Editor-in-Chief of Quiet Lunch. You're here at my headquarters in Flatiron. I got my padded bandana on, so you know I'm ready for you guys. You know, I got to put in dress to the nines, fam. Let's start like this. We'll start over here. We have, even though I still got some stuff around the office, this is a piece called Ghost Car by Jared Oppenheim, who's a very good friend of mine. It's one of a lot of people, I ain't gonna front, Jared's probably gonna get a little upset with me, but I don't even think he loves this piece as much as I do. A lot of people don't get this piece, but I just think it just gives like this ethereal, kind of drab, but sincere and haunting. It looks like they're like by like Makeout Cove somewhere. Somebody probably died. I don't know. It's probably ghosts making out in there. This is definitely ghosts. This piece right here is by the late Lance De Los Reyes, who was actually on the cover of my 4th issue, right here. Boom. Which is a shot by Ava Mueller. R.I.P. Lance. Lance passed away from a overdose, I think last year, which was terrible. It's terrible when we lose someone in our community to addiction and to their vices. But yeah, if you don't know who Lance is, if you ever been on like the BQE, I think, if you looked up at the billboards, it says God knows. And like, yeah, but he's dope. He actually had his skull. He had all gold teeth. He had his teeth all knocked out, and his skull, he left his skull to his collectors, to his museum. So that's pretty fucking dope. I've been a curator for about 10 years now. I started the magazine in 2010, but I moved into curating. This is my 10th year as a curator. So I have a lot of pieces from the artists that I've worked with. This is Michelle Dahl right here. Love Michelle, always love me some Michelle. This is Gregory Sif. Gregory Sif is a wonderful artist. He's worked with Pyer Moss. He's worked with Mercedes-Benz. This is Gabriel Schuldiner. This is Kwesi. This is Kwesi Abensetz. Love me some Kwesi. That's a whole femur bone right there, dog. No, I'm just joking. This is very important to me, and this is why I keep this right near my desk. If you know David Star City White, this is his first ever solo show in NYC. I had the pleasure of curating it with my lifelong friend Perry Dash. I think you might know who that is. I don't know. He's a nobody. But that was one of the best times in my career, because one of the things I really like doing is and this is not, I'm not trying to say like I'll be following style and nothing like that. I'm trying to say like I like helping artists out when they're just beginning and giving them the opportunity that they need to go forth and do better things. You know what I mean? I'm just a trash collector. I'm like fucking Charles S. Dutton over here. I'm showing my age. That's rock. This is a crystal knife that my stepfather carved. Wow. Rest his soul. Yeah, pretty dope ass crystal knife. Keep this right here just in case, like, you know, just in case I need to ward off any spirits. You know what I mean? It's specifically for stabbing ghosts. I have like this whole thing with ghosts. So ghost car, ghost knife, it all goes. We got, this is by Makiba Rainey. This is a nice collagist that I've worked with. Shout out to her. Like any dumbass who loves anything, I got some Funko Pops. I got the baby Biggie over here.
No baby love.
No baby oil on baby Biggie, okay? No baby oil on baby Biggie. I got Keith Haring. I got Patrick Bateman because I'm I'm a Caribbean American psycho because I'm first generation Trinidadian. Shout out to TNT. The South Bronx. That's obviously like it's a hotbed. It's a hotbed for culture. I even said some crazy shit on Facebook. Because I'm over 35, so I'm still on Facebook. I said something on Facebook. I said I said the Bronx and Harlem. I was like, in regards to fashion, like, we got it. Like, we actually know how to put that shit on versus like just being fashionable, which is just wearing what's in fashion. I'm sorry, Brooklyn gonna hate me for this, but Brooklyn swear they jiggy just because they wearing what's in style. Like, doesn't mean that you have style.
So borough versus borough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You come to me, spin my block. I definitely got a crash course in the spectrum of humanity growing up in the South Bronx. And then when it comes to Trinidadian immigrants, my mother, she was actually an illustrator before she lost her eyesight. Very, very wonderful singer. She was gonna actually go off to Germany to sing. Some producers wanted her to come and sing and cut a couple of records and be in the moving pictures. My father, he's actually a part of the principal group of West Indians that started the West Indian Day Parade. It was him and my uncle. Yeah, I found that out this year, and I was like, holy shit, like, this is the lineage that I come from. My mother, I recently discovered last year, was a part of the Trinidadian Art Society. Also found out that my father is actually born in Grenada. He likes to claim Trinidad. Don't be doing that, Pop. I started Quiet Lunch. I started Quiet Lunch in 2010, September 2010.
Wow, so it's been 14 years now.
Yeah, it's been 14 years. September 9th, 2010 was our first post. I first conceptualized it May 2010. I even had a meeting with people who great minds who I considered close to me. You might recognize this name again. Perry Dash was one of my best friends in the world.
Famous.
He actually pulled a Facebook move on me because I was gonna call it. If you guys ever watched the film, The Social Network, I was gonna call it The Quiet Lunch, and Perry he did like a Justin Timberlake, what that character did in the movie. He said, "Drop the the." I remember we was at the Billionaire Boys headquarters. We was having a brain trust there, which was very dope. I felt like I made it. I was all like, look at me, a Soho. But so with that, I had to scour the internet I had to scour the internet for basically dope shit. Like I had to, I had my sites that I would check. I had certain, I had my whole rigmarole that I would go through. And that in itself was digital curation. That is when I was all like, oh, okay, that's before I even knew what curating was though. So, fast forward about like 2013, up to 2000, I start going to art shows too. I start going to art shows. I gotta get out of my house because I'm in there writing like a demon in HTML coding too. I was doing that shit. Again, showing my age. We had to do that. It was back in the MySpace days. So then I saw the physical and tangible aspect of curation. And I knew I wanted to do that. I swear, it's such a magical thing to do is to sit in front of an artist's pieces as they bring them there to the gallery or even an unconventional space like the Yard, which is where our headquarters are right now. Shout out to the Yard, a wonderful work share environment in which I am the head curator of the Flatiron location and the Gowanus location. But going along with that, and having someone bring their pieces there, and I'm sitting there like fucking Tom Cruise in Minority Report. I'm like, blah, blah. I was like, this could go here, this could go here, this could go here. And it's like I hear like music playing in my head. You know what I mean? Like I'm hearing Coltrane in a sentimental mood. Like I'm hearing Coltrane and Ellington in a sentimental mood. I'm hearing I'm hearing Coltrane again, and it never crossed my mind. I'm hearing Art Blakely. I'm hearing Sketches in Spain. I'm hearing shit like, I remember an ex of mine said like she would make fun of me. She'd be like, "Oh, you hang pretty pictures." That's what you do for a living. You hang pretty pictures, and it's not just me hanging pretty pictures. It's it's me creating a visual language that is a structure for already existing visual language. It's like I'm rearranging the sentences almost to create my own poetry. And this is going to sound a little weird because as a curator, I'm not there to eclipse the artist that I'm working with, but it's a collaboration that the artist is even appreciative of. He's like, whoa, I never seen those two. I didn't see those two have a dialogue with that. Like, I didn't like, like an artist might trust me. And all those also it's having an artist's trust to even reinterpret their own language and add to that language, add to their lexicon, add like discover hidden chapters of their book that they're writing. You know what I mean? Contribute to those chapters. And also it's very much what I enjoy as a curator is giving opportunities to those who they may not be available, to whom they may not be available. This is a very bold and amazing piece. It's actually one of my favorite in the show. Just this a powerful, not necessarily confrontational, but strong. It's almost startling. It's almost like he's startled. It's like, shadowing everything again. He still manages to give you the halo without necessarily compromising the shadowing, which is wonderful. As a curator, it's really about putting boot to pavement, but also utilizing social media in the way that it's supposed to be utilized. It's not just for me to post this unconventionally handsome mug that I have. It's not just about that. It's not just about promoting my own brand. It's about finding work, being social with the people who create that work. And then because it's New York City too, when I put boot to pavement on some 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type shit, we have like -6. It's like, I'm probably gonna meet you. I probably already know you. I probably already saw you. So you mix that with paying attention to who I follow, why I'm following them, when I'm following them, even paying attention to details about them, certain opportunities that they might have. When I actually see that person in real life, I'm congratulating them. And I'm not just being like, oh, when I actually see them at the show, I'm like, hey, congratulations on that article with Art News, well deserved. And even that enamors me and endears me with my peers and allows me to work with them. And, yeah.